Hello everyone, this is Harley from Garden FL and welcome to episode 23 of the Tropical Fruit Gardening TV series. And in this episode, we're actually going to be catching up on a lot of things that I haven't shown you all. So it is currently January 28th and a lot of things has happened. I recently got back from Colombia about 3 weeks ago. I've been doing a lot of work at my farm in Punta Gorda and I haven't really been doing much here at my house in Bradenton, Florida. But a lot of things have changed. We have had some cold and winter damage, but nonetheless, all the plants are bouncing back because come March, everything's gonna start growing again. The sugar apples are gonna start reflowering and pushing out new leaves, as well as the rollinas, all the Annonas basically. And mango season is very soon, guys. I will show you all the flowers on my mangoes that I have not only here at my house, but also at my farm in Punta Gorda. Here is just a little preview of everything. Now before, everything used to be much more greener, but as you see, the winter and the cold has had some toll on some of the plants. So one of the biggest things right now that's happening in Florida is all the mango flowers or trees are producing flowers. If your mango tree has not produced flowers yet, it probably will soon. You might actually notice some little buds just like this. So this is actually the Kent mango. And as you can tell, right up there we have the biggest panicle. And I believe that one just gets the best sunlight. So as you see, it's about to flower. But this Kent actually flowered and fruited for us last season. And it's not even that big, guys. The trunk is still pretty baby. As you see, it's I like to think it's a nice compact size. I did prune it after it did fruit last year. So as you see, it's still going to be right here. But Kent is actually known for being a very productive and kind of big tree. Really, it's not really known for being a dwarf size, but that's what I'm trying to do here, just trying to maintain its size. As far as the papayas go, none of the dwarf Malaysian ones have been ready yet, but these are actually huge, much bigger than the unknown variety papaya that I actually got from a local nursery. And in fact, this one I've been harvesting papayas all week, and that one almost looks ready. So we'll wait a few more days before we harvest that one. So as you see, everything still looks pretty evergreen, but there are some things like the sugar apples that have lost leaves. But I actually didn't realize it, but the sugar apples are actually already regrowing new growth. And I actually see a few flower buds in there, so that's really cool. So this is actually a red lime tree that I recently added. And as you see, this is the lime. It looks to be a little orange, but the lime actually gets much bigger than this. And they're very, very juicy and sweet, so I can't wait for this one. Also, the red lime is also known to be a little more resistant to the citrus greening here in Florida. So I'm gonna see, I did already lose a few citruses due to the greening. As you see, red lime, everbearing. So if you guys didn't know, limes in Florida are pretty much everbearing. Oh, here's another, forgot to show you. Here's a cherry mango tree, which is also flowering. Now this cherry, believe it or not, has a very good base, but I did try tipping it when I got it and I did a terrible job. I was just learning, and so this is the result of it. Just a tiny kind of compact tree, which cherry is known for being a little compact if you keep it compact. But I'm just gonna let it kind of grow, do its thing now. It's gonna fruit for us this year. So this is really nice. Just some other citrus I have that are flowering. This section over here is very beautiful. I have some things in here. Sugar apples that are regrowing, papayas. This is jaboticaba. As you see, jaboticaba at my house is much larger than my farm. Believe it or not, the one at my farm in Punta Gorda actually looks much healthier than this one. Now this jaboticaba is very healthy too, but what concerns me the most is the kind of burnt tips that this tree has all over. And this is a 30-gallon jaboticaba I got. I believe it cost me like $300 for the 30-gallon, which I believe is a good trade because this tree is about, I believe, 10 years old, or maybe younger, I'm not sure. But over here, as you see, everything's just grown so much since when I went to Colombia. This is a Thai jumbo wax jambu. Can't wait for this one. I believe this one actually might flower this year, and hopefully fruit. It'll be really nice. Right over here is a Maha Chinook mango. Now I've heard in Florida that Maha Chinook can be a variety that gives fruit one year, doesn't give fruit another year. It could be really random. Now I did tip this a few months back and it's been pushing. So as you see, it's actually been pushing these buds right there at the tip, and over here you can see them as well. So as you see, I've been getting these type of push outs, but I'm not sure if these are flowers or leaves. To me they look a little more like leaves, so we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll get a crop or flowers from this maha, but it's still really early in the mango season. And this tree actually took off. It was really nice. Probably one of my favorite mangoes varieties, so I'm hoping, you know, to get good crops of that in the future. Right here, this jackfruit, oh my god, it grew so much. I actually had a video planting this jackfruit on my channel earlier, and it was about half this size, so it really took off. I can't wait to fruit this one. Maybe we'll get fruits in like 2 years. That's what I'm hoping. Cultivar is unknown for this one, so we'll see. But look at this new growth. Beautiful jackfruit. And right here is well, a number of things. Here's another sugar apple. These are in a die. But as you see, the sugar apple leaves, for the most part, still remain on. Some of them I defoliated. But look at this mango. This is an orange sherbet. Very good mango. I planted this from like a tiny 3-gallon and it grew so fast. Something that happened recently is the tips. This one started getting black. Oh, right here. Not recently, a few months ago. But luckily it stopped. It was like a disease or something. I think it was a fungi or something. It's trying to hurt it. This mango as well is very vigorous grower, and it's already blooming. Not blooming, but it's already pushing the little buds. So hopefully we'll get a fruit from this one. If not, we'll let it grow another season. And this one I've been tipping too, training the tip. So as you see, it's very bushy, how I like the mangoes. So I'm really proud with this one because it did not look anything like this before. It's still pretty big. And right next to it is the Cherilata, John Painter Cherilata. And I've been a lot of people asking me about this one for scions and things, for fruit, for seeds. So we have to let it grow another season before I start giving scions out to everyone, only because I want to kind of shape the canopy. But at first I need to let it grow. Honestly, it took relatively no cold damage because of the strong cherimoya genetics, I assume. Here in Florida, we actually got to like 38 when I was in Colombia, which is the coldest I believe it's ever gotten over here in a while. And as you see, lower leaves got a little damage, but not damage whatsoever. And this one is actually grafted onto pond apple rootstock. But as you see, doing beautiful here in January compared to like this is a sugar apple. Like it completely defoliated. Now, as you see here are also some sugar apples. As you see, completely defoliated. Some of them. Now, what could happen to a sugar apple that you leave on during the winter months? Some of them might not make it. Like for example, this one, I don't think it got a lot of water because since I was in Colombia, you know, but you don't really want to be watering these things too much in the winter months. So we're just gonna, you know, give it back. Next season, this will grow in March. Come March, we will see all these sugar apple trees explode with new growth. So, you know, they look ugly right now, but that's okay. I guess that's the only flaw with sugar apples here in the United States. Where I'm from Colombia, they don't defoliate. Annonas don't defoliate over there just because it's all year tropical. Now, that's not the case for all sugar apples. Look at this one right here. So this sugar apple actually hung on. Now, although tiny, it's gonna ripen, and it's almost ready to ripen. As you see, you could tell by the yellow, kind of the yellow lining in between the nodes. So yeah, some of them do make it. This one was more well hydrated, I believe, because I watered this area a little more better. But this year, all these trees that are in the pot are gonna go in the ground at my farm, and we're gonna let them focus on growing for the first year or two to really grow big. This is another sugar apple that's completely defoliated right at the top. So now that we got a little update on what's going on in my house in Bradenton, let's go over to Punta Gorda, to our farm over there, just because there's a lot of things that have changed, a lot of things that I've added. Some things unfortunately died when I was in Colombia. You know, I couldn't, the thing is I planted so many things and rushed off to Colombia, and you know, nothing was really at my farm. No one's taking care of it except nature. Okay, we're almost at the farm in Punta Gorda. It is beautiful today. The past few days we actually got like a frost warning, not really frost, but it actually got down to like the 40s. So yeah, it was pretty chilly, but everything at my farm, let's hope, is fine. The only thing that really took some damage are the coconut palms, but that you're about to see right here when we pull up. So this is Punta Gorda. It's just where I live. It's a lot of acres of land, a lot of big trucks, and you know, just beautiful classic Florida greenery. Okay, here we are pulling up. As you see, the coconut palms did get a little burned on their tips, and I've added so much, guys. You're gonna see what I've added. Wow. I recently got these two huge, they're 60-gallon or 65-gallon coconut palms, and that's where I put them, right there. And as you see, they look a little bit like they got some cold last night. So yeah, it's been pretty chilly. So let's get on and let me show you guys the rest. So here we are in the front of our fruit farm. This is the very entrance. As you see, I like coconuts, so I put two really big ones right here. And let me just show you guys these, because these are actually the Dwarf Malayan coconut, and one of them is actually more kind of a deep yellow color, and then the other one is more of a yellow color. As you see right here down at the kind of rind, you'll be able to kind of determine the color of the coconut actually by the stem. So here we have the yellow one. So here's kind of a better look at them. As you see, the very kind of bright yellow compared to a deeper kind of colored yellow. So my farmer friends, the Hart brothers, told me this one might be a red one, like a red Malayan or something, I'm not sure. But as you see, these might start flowering next year, so fingers crossed. We actually put them in a great spot where they receive full sun along with all my other things. And I have to show you all my mangoes that are flowering here, but these are actually the green variety, green Malayan, and it's actually pushing out new leaves. But these actually got the worst damage by the colder winds when I was in Colombia. So when I was in Colombia, these were left all alone, no water, no nothing. They had to withstand up to 30 or down to 38, I believe. But like I said, I'm not concerned whatsoever, because the older leaves will take damage. See, older coconut palms will take damage right here, but the younger fresh important leaves are still intact. As you see, it's pushing out a new one right here. So I'm waiting till we get the good spring rain, because once the spring rain comes, most of these palms will start growing like crazy. So I'm really happy that, you know, that they took. And like I said earlier, these are the green Malayan, then we have yellow Malayan, and then we have all these other varieties. But let me just go around here really quick. I did add some mulch to a lot of these things. Now this is just the oak leaves in my food forest that I raked, but look at this new growth on this. Is actually the Thai green jumbo wax jumbo. I have the red jumbo at my house, and this is the green variety. I put it right here because I really love a wax jumbo, and I also think it's a beautiful tree. Right here we have mango. This is lemon zest. Now this one was really abused before. It was in like a 1-gallon pot, I swear this. So it's taking a while to kind of come back. Let me show you some of the mangoes that are blooming up here out front of the property. As you see, this is a beautiful mango. Look at the buds. So this is actually Jakarta Mango, and let me just show you all the flowering buds. Here we have actually a flower that's almost about to bloom on the Jakarta, and all over this tree, guys. Now this was another one that was in like a 7-gallon pot, just too big. This mango was, you know, just was begging to be planted. So the moment we actually put it in the ground, it actually exploded with new growth and new shoots. So we'll see how it does right here. Now not all these mangoes are going to stay here. I might move some around as the time goes. This is what is this one? Lemon zest. And as you see, this one's about to push. As you see, the lemon zest is also about to flower and push. So my next plans for my food forest here is to mainly mulch everything. As you see, nothing is really mulched that good. My lychee is not doing too well in this, but look, as you see, it's already pushing out new growth. But honestly, I might move these lychees because they do get new wind. They do get a lot of wind out here, but they do get really good sun. So guys, just going around the property, I did add a lot. As you see, some of my favorite mangoes. Oh my god, this one, I didn't even realize it, but this is sugarloaf. And the sugarloaf is already flowering. We have a lot of good premium mangoes, guys, like ice cream. Now, some other things are really growing very good, such as this is a seedless guava. As you see, the seedless guava actually is pushing all of this new growth, so I'm really excited. This guava is going to be huge here. Coming along here, we have kwai. Right here, we have black sapote. It is actually growing a new beautiful growth. As you see the new growth on the black sapote, or chocolate pudding fruit. This is raw honey. Raw honey is said to be a really good tasting variety of mango. It's also pushing out flower buds. So here's where the mango section is. Now I'm not exactly positive that I'll keep all these mangoes here. Like I said, in the future, I might take one row out as in the middle, just to give more space for some of these other varieties to really grow, grow huge. And in between the mango rows, I actually have a row support species. For example, right here we have yucca, or also known as cassava grind, and we have various other things such as this grass is used as a chopping drop. I'm not sure the name. Here's some other yucca. And here's a purple variety yucca that I actually was able to get from Colombia for my farm, and that's actually growing here, which is super cool. As you see, there's a purple yucca compared to the green one we just saw, but it's still baby, so we'll see how it does here in Florida. As you see right back here, I have my row of bananas. Now I just have a lot of mangoes that are, oh, this one's starting to bud too. This is Mahashanak. Here we have not Kio Savoy. This is Kiuya mango. And this mango is known for being like a huge Thai mango. Oh my god, look, this is our Namdak Mai. Wow, beautiful. Oh my god, so beautiful. Namdak Mai flower. Wow. Look at this, guys. Blooming on my farm already. Mango. I probably won't let this one hold fruit, honestly, because this one's still pretty small. Namdak Mai. Although the base, this one was in a pot for about a year. Then when I bought this farm, I said, you know what, you're going in the ground. And look at this, already rewarding us with beautiful blooms. So I can't wait because, like I said, this one's definitely staying here, this Namdak Mai. But I'm not sure about this this middle row right here with that orange sherbet. I'm thinking about removing this kind of row right here and allowing to allow these to just really grow and, go big. Oh my god, what is this one? I didn't even notice this one's flowering either. This one is so pretty. Wow, everyone, look at these mango flowers. And let's see what variety this one is. This one is Pina Colada. Wow, oh, I love Pina Colada. So obviously it's too small to even hold fruit, but it's cool to know that my fruit trees are flowering and able to fruit. This one's flowering as well. Look at these beautiful flowers. This one is actually Saint Talon, which is like the #1 mango in Myanmar. Saint Talon. So we'll see. This one, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna let any of my mangoes fruit this year, only because I want them to really root with this land and really put on some leaf growth before we allow them to fruit. These are ice cream beans. I planted these ice cream beans all along here in between. Like I said, this is another support row. Ice cream bean. Wow, and this, oh, I forgot which mango this was. I believe this was lemon zest, but look, they all need water, guys. This is another issue that I'm facing here at the farm. Now I do have water, but now that I have so much plants, it's kind of hard to keep up with everything, to water everything. But let's just go back here because there are some things that I did back here. This is Bambusa Old Hammy, also known as giant timber bamboo. Now this bamboo, I'm excited to plant here because I want to do various things with the bamboo. As you see, it's very small, but in the future this will grow huge and take up this whole area. Kind of another cool view over here. So this is something I recently added to, a nice hammock. just because it was so hard working all the time and not being able to rest somewhere. So I'm glad that I brought these hammocks from Colombia. You know, very beautiful. So something that is always looking really nice now ever since I planted it were these jaboticabas. Now these jaboticabas are actually struggling in their own pot. Now over here, my concern was to, you know, I wouldn't be able to keep them watered all the time, blah, blah, blah. But actually this soil right here in Punta Gorda, or especially where I am at my farm, retains water very well, because right here is actually a swale. During rainy season, this whole area floods, but not, you know, not too bad. But it's enough to really keep everything watered really nice, and the jaboticabas love that. Just guys, look at this beautiful growth. I love this. This is sabra, by the way, and you see the trunk right here. The trunk right here of the jaboticaba is peeling really good. And actually, right here behind it, we planted the cambuca. Now this was I have two cambucas, one in a pot still, and this one's in the ground. Now if you didn't know, cambuca is in the same family as jaboticaba, but actually produces a jaboticaba fruit as big as a golf ball, even more. People say it's like an 8-ball. So the fruit is very big, but it takes so long to fruit. It takes about almost 20 years. So you know, this one we're gonna be playing a waiting game. And the good thing with this one is it's already pushing new growth, as you see right here. So we're just gonna be really patient, and we'll show you the new growth when it comes. Something I always wanted to do is just have coconut palms everywhere. So as you see, the coconuts that are planted actually inside more won't be receiving as much sun. But as you see, look at this, barely any damage from the cold. Just shows you what a microclimate does. You know, being protected by all these trees, rather than, you know, them being all the way out there where the other ones are, you know, it just makes such a difference. And so here we are in the middle of our property, but we're walking back. This I brought back from Colombia too. It's a little parrot. I just love colors. It makes it look like more tropical, you know, to me. Here is another kind of entranceway. We put another 2 pair of Malaysian coconut palm. But this is kind of the back of my property. I did plant a lot of things here. There are some things that are flowering, such as this is Dwarf wine, and this one actually didn't say anything. I was actually a little concerned because it got some black stuff all over. I think it's anthracnose, but I'm not going to be too concerned because none of my mangoes this year are actually, I won't really try to fruit, but that's something I'll keep in mind. This one is, I believe, Kio Savoy, and here we are. I do want to show you guys some of my sapodillas. This is Alano. No, this is Malik's. Yeah, this is Malik's. No fruit yet, no fruit set on the Malik's. On our macaques are right over here, which is interesting because this macaques is sort of gets a little less sun, but was already able to set to flower and produce little fruits. So I just see the fruits I've been watching all the time, and they actually grew a lot already. Oh, look at these little sapodillas. Oh, in my culture, where I'm from in Colombia, we call them nispero. But they're called a lot of different things. Actually, macaque is Thai variety. This tree is known for being dwarf variety of sapodilla. So if you want a dwarf sapodilla, go for macaques. And it's known for being one of the best tasting ones, sweetest, and you can also eat the skin on that one. I'm not sure if you can eat the skin on the Malik's, which is another Thai variety, and also Alano, which I believe is another Thai variety. And one of my buddies came over and told me, oh my god, everything is so close together, so these might be moving. Once I know or find out where my fence line is right here, because this is my neighbor's, I'm gonna put a bunch of fruit trees, you know, spacing out very evenly. But here are just some other things I planted recently. Some little baby mangoes. Here we have pineapple pleasure. And I didn't realize I actually have 2 pina coladas. My mistake. And this one's flowering too, which is cool because, you know, I'm fine with eating really good mangoes anytime. Oh, I added another hammock back there if you guys could tell. But some of my things are just doing very good. Here's a Gefner Temodia, and look, hasn't even lost 1 leaf. So this is very good. This is just another kind of microclimate that is created back here with these elder trees, you know, covering everything. This is another seedless guava, which is already flowering for us. Look at that, those are flowers. That is really cool. Obviously, I'm not gonna hold the fruit, but I'm excited for this seedless guava. Right here, we have our dream Atemodia. Now our dream is still very small. We're gonna let it grow for the next few years, and then we'll fruit it. But I just have a lot of other things just planted all over, like yucca growing very good. This is gonna be growing like a bush. I can't wait. So this is more towards the middle kind of back area of my farm, and I do have some various things planted here like soursops. Now soursops surprisingly haven't almost lost any leaves. Many of them in Bradenton, where I'm from, they lost all their leaves. Right here we have another mango tree. This mango tree is also flowering. Look at this, guys. There's mangoes all over my property, blooming. Now this variety is Juliet. I haven't had Juliet, but I've heard great things. And this was another mango tree that was really abused. Look at this thick thing. This was in like a 7-gallon pot, this tree. So it's just begging to be planted. And once I planted it, it started blooming. Okay, so here we have mamey. Now this mamey is actually the pumpkin pie variety. Now pumpkin pie is known for being in Dwarf, and this one is actually flowering. So this is the flower of the mamey. As you see, it flowers right off the trunk, kind of just like a jaboticaba, and it also fruits right off the trunk too, which is really cool looking. Now this one, I have not seen a fruit set, but we are very patient, and it does get great sun, and it does get good drainage where it's at. The thing about where I'm at in Punta Gorda is where I bought my land, is it actually better draining in the back than in the front. So in the back is where I might be transferring some of my leeches and longans that I have there in the front. We will see during this rainy season, you know, if they'll be able to withstand. So let me just walk a little bit back here, guys. And unfortunately, I lost my breadfruit tree. If you guys didn't know, I actually brought a breadfruit, and it really died back when the cold came. It was kind of after I got back from Colombia. But we'll see about getting another one, or I might come back. We're not entirely sure yet. But let me go back here because this is the very back of my farm. Now back here is actually where I have my avocado section. Now my avocado trees are gonna be huge eventually. So let's kind of get started of kind of what I have. Here we have choquette. Now these avocados are all pushing new growth. So I'm very happy to see them already kind of responding. Now in Florida, they say avocados are really easy to grow. And it's true, but they just are very finicky. So if they don't get the type of soil they want or need, they'll die on you. And another thing is if they get too much water, they'll die on you. I've killed about 2 or 3 avocados in my old home in Bradenton. So I know kind of what to do now. And as you see, they're all different varieties. Also enabled to fruit an avocado, you need an A and B type. Different varieties are A type and some other varieties are B type. I made sure to get both A and B. I'm not too sure which ones are which, but I just know there are gonna be plenty of, you know, choices. Oh, this one I'm really excited for. This one is actually Russell avocado. Now this Russell is actually growing, I believe, new flower buds. Now Russell is known for being that long avocado that you may see online, almost as long as a human arm. And then there's another long avocado variety, which is, this one is Simmons. Simmons is also known for being a longer avocado variety. Now, as you see, they might not be getting a lot of sun for now, but I'm gonna let them grow as slow as they want to grow. And eventually all these trees are gonna be trimmed down to eventually let them kind of be the canopy tree here. I never really stopped to check, but look at all these new growth on these avocados. I planted these about a month ago, right before I went to Colombia. This is a Thompson, right, I think. Oh no, this is Monroe. And where I'm from, we eat a lot of avocados from Colombia. So, you know, avocado is something I just really wanted to grow. This one is Catalina. You see, beautiful. This started appearing up this brown kind of rust, but I think it's just due to something that's falling from the trees or the cold. But like I said, this is in a really good microclimate, kind of protected area as well. So going back here, another kind of beautiful avocado. Which one's this one? Oh la la. They're beautiful. And then we have one more back here. This one's Lula. I didn't realize it, but the Lula is ready to burst when you grow. Oh, I'm so excited for this avocados. This is really good to see. This is my pink pomelo, and it's already coming out with some beautiful new growth. So I'm excited to see these pomelos in the future because I love citrus. Hopefully we'll fruit it. This is a beautiful guanabana. Hasn't lost one leaf, but as you see, it needs water. These guys are really thirsty. So I'll make sure to give it some water today. But I planted it right kind of under where the avocados were too. So this will grow nice here. Now this is something really cool. My Cecropia is actually doing super well. As you see right down there, it's starting to, this one's actually starting to grow at multiple points. Now it has like one more of those points down there. But this is just the base of the Cecropia. Now Cecropia is actually a nitrogen fixture. I learned that recently. And look at these leaves, guys. They're such a beautiful leaf. I'm so happy that this one didn't take as much damage, or really no damage at all. I lost a few leaves and it's pushing out a brand new one right there. But this one actually survived much better than my breadfruit that you saw was all dried up, unfortunately. So we'll see. Hopefully the Cecropia will grow. You know, it's given a spot so it really takes off and does whatever it wants right there. And right at the front of my property again. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 23 of the Tropical Fruit Gardening TV series. I can't wait to show everyone the updates on my farm as, you know, as it grows, as it matures. Now all the coconuts, as you see, are growing very good. Even though they're growing a bit slow, I can't wait for the spring season to come. So as you guys see, everything is just growing. I really can't wait to show everyone how my farm grows along with me. So thank you guys so much again for watching this video and supporting me for all this way. I read all your comments and I'm really happy to be doing this and to be farming and to be showing you guys my experience. So thank you guys once again so much. Have a great day now and take care.